Welcome to SchoolQuizz.com. So we are going towards the writing skill section. In that, I have taught you two letters. Okay, first is the letter of order, second is the letter of inquiry. We have completed both. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to see our next topic, that is analytical paragraph. Now, what do you mean by analytical paragraph? Okay, so analyze, basically analytical means to analyze. So we have to see everything in that paragraph. So let us see what is analytical paragraph. Okay, first we are going to learn the meaning of analytical paragraph, right? Afterwards, we are going forward with what? With how to solve an analytical passage, how to write an analytical paragraph. Okay, so for that, first we have to know the basics of the topic. So for the basic, what we have to study it, what is the meaning of analytical paragraph. Okay, so here it is, analytical paragraph writing. What is analytical paragraph writing? An analytical paragraph is a form of descriptive writing. Means you have to write in description. You have to give details of whatever topic in which you are writing, which is written on the basis of a given chart. Means it can be in the basis of what? It can be chart, it can be graph, it can be data, it can be outline, it can be clues, it can be tables, it can be anything. Okay, so suppose I have drawn some graph. Okay, and I have to give explanation in written format that what is shown in the graph. So how I will start? Suppose I have given the figure, say 1.1. So what we will say, in figure 1.1, the graph is shown of over x-axis there is a ratio of men, over y-axis there is a ratio of female. Okay, so then we will do what? We will show the chart that this much females were there, this much males were there in this sector, in textile, how many men are there, in service sector, how many women are there. So like that, what we'll do, we'll write it down in an explanation format in the paragraph. So like that you have to do, whether in case of charts, in case of graph, in case of data, in case of clues, in case of tables, etc. Okay. So when we are writing an analytical paragraph, one should remember to describe the facts. As we have learned the factual passage, what we have seen that it is basically over a particular topic, every detail. So we have to write every detail over a particular topic, right? Similar in the analytical paragraph too. Okay, we have to describe the facts in the best possible manner. How we have to describe? In the best possible manner. Means how much we can elaborate over the topic, we can do that. And to cover the information provided, we have to what do? We have to cover the information that is really provided over there. Okay, so I'm reading once again, analytical paragraph writing. What is it? An analytical paragraph is a form of descriptive writing. Means we will write in detail, which is written on the basis of given chart, graph, data, outline, clues, table, etc. When writing an analytical paragraph, one should remember to describe the facts in the best possible manner and to cover the information provided. And he has to cover whatever information is provided to you. Suppose you have to write about rose. You have to describe every single feature of rose, how rose is made, where rose is found, everything in a description, so that we will be able to understand. So you have to analyze first. All those data you have to analyze and keep it in mind. Afterwards, obviously, you will be able to write, right? So like that, you have to write the information as much as you can in the analytical paragraph. The analytical paragraph has to be written in around 100 to 120 words. How much should be there? 100 to 120 words. So the paragraph must be used clear and crisp language along with the providing complete details of the chart given in the question. So suppose you have given one chart. You have to write the explanation as I told you. So in that, what you have to write? You have to write simpler language, very simple, easy. Avoid using complicated words. Suppose I have used consecutive. Some people don't know it means continuous, but if I use consecutive, people will be confused. Okay. So what happens? We have to use simple language. Okay. Clear cut information will be provided in there. There will be an internal choice given. Okay, there will be what given? Internal choice. Now for your exam point of view, it is written, see, you need to attempt one question out of two questions. Okay, you have to attempt one. Okay, of analytical paragraphs given as a choice. The question carries how many marks? 5. So the question is over of how many marks? 5 marks. Okay, you have two options like first and second, and you have to attempt any one from this, but you should select what easier one, because it will give you marks. So you can select the easier one, the one you know the information about. Suppose I give you the information about ICT, and then I have given you the example about the graph about what C++. So you don't know the C++, but you do know ICT. So you can write about what? ICT. Okay, the details will be given, the chart will be given, and everything will be given to you. Just you have to write it in detail. Okay, it's like converting from tabular format to paragraph format, which we used to do in which thing. Just keep it reminder. Another thing for like analytical paragraph we used to do, we used to convert the tables into written format, like into paragraph format. That thing, what it is called, just Google it for me and let me know. Okay, I'm not going to describe it to you. No spoon feeding is given over here. Okay, so now we have studied that the analytical paragraph should be of how many words? 100 to 120. We have also studied that it is in a simpler language. It gives you clear-cut information. And also we have studied that details of the chart should be given. Okay. So now what is the features of analytical paragraph, right? Why do we write analytical paragraph? So first one is, it describes the given chart, table, data, graph, use, etc. Okay, so it describes everything. Second, it should be brief, it should be comprehensive, means it should include every information in the passage. Like suppose the chart is given for the sectors where women work and where males work. Okay, so you have to see the chart. You can write as much as you can in the paragraph format. Okay, so you should include everything, but it should be what? It should be brief and comprehensive. Okay, it should state facts that are provided by the chart. Means whatever facts are given in the chart, it should be provided that. Like suppose 84% are female who are working in the service sector. So you have to write 84%. You have to describe that a fact. Okay. Then it is necessary to make use of simple and accurate language. As I told you, we have to use what? Simpler language. It should mention figures and quantities appropriately. Means whatever the figure, whatever the quantity is given in the chart, you have to describe it as it is. You cannot change any data from the given chart. Okay. We'll get to know more when we solve the analytical paragraphs. Today we are just hearing the, listening to the theory. Okay. So what happens when you see the graph? Suppose I have given black color for the females and I have given, shading area for the males. So you have to see that what is given. Suppose we have to describe that females are given by dash. So we have to write females are given by black square, which means there are 84 females over the which sector? Service sector. So like that you have to write down. So everything should be given in the chart, should be written over there. Even if we have drawn triangle or circle anywhere indicating something, we have to write that too. If we have given color, we have to write down that too. If we have filled the graph, we have to write down that too. Okay, so we have to write everything down exactly as given in the chart. Now it is appropriate to use same tense throughout the analytical paragraph. Remember, this is important. Suppose the chart is given in the present format. So you have to write everything in the present format. You cannot go to the past. You cannot go to the future. everything should be in a present format. Okay. So if the chart is given like describe in this year how many women are appointed. In this year means he's talking about the present tense. So you have to write in present. Describe over that year means it is talking about past. So you have to write over past tense. Okay. In which year the woman will be means what happens, it is in the future, so you have to write everything in the future, but usually it's in the present tense or past tense, not it's in the future tense. Okay, but again it depends on the topic. Okay, so now no personal observation or response should be provided. Anything like personal responses avoided over this. Okay, it would be preferable to use the passive form of verb. Now you know active and passive verbs are there. So you cannot use active verb, but what you can use is passive verb instead of that. Okay. Okay, so how the analytical paragraph is written. So we'll first study the headings. What are those? An analytical paragraph shall be divided into 3 parts. Okay. So what are those 3 parts? See. I'll highlight that for you. Okay. So first one is introduction. How you will introduce the chart will be included in the introduction. We'll see much, better for that, how detailed we can write introduction, what points should be included in the introduction in the next lecture. But till then we have to see how the introduction is written. So the first point is what? Introduction in the format. Second is body of the paragraph, the main part what you are writing. See, introduction should be of like 3 to 4 lines or maybe 5 to 6 lines. Body of the paragraph should be 7 to 8 or 8 to 12 lines. Okay. So like this time means body of the paragraph hai, that will be longer. That will be the highest information containing paragraph. Okay. Why? Because we are writing overall about the graph, right? So it will be like body of the paragraph. We'll study in detail about that too. Okay. Then last, you have to write the conclusion. What you have learned from this means in this graph, what is shown? What are your suggestions? What the thing can be done that the situation will be improved and everything. So you have to see this. Okay. So the main format of analytical paragraph writing is what? Introduction, first thing. Second thing, body of the paragraph, whatever the subject is given over here. Lastly, conclusion. Okay. So we have done what? We have done features, we have done meaning, and we have done the, in short, what is the format of analytical paragraph writing. Okay. So we'll just revise again so that you'll remember. Okay. So meaning of analytical paragraph. Analytical paragraph writing, an analytical paragraph is a form of descriptive writing, which is written on the basis of given chart, graph, data, outline, clues, table, etc. Okay, here outline means what you have to see. Story, when you used to write a story, so it is given once upon a time, from that you have to start and you have to include there was a rabbit, there was a tortoise, they were having a race. So like that you have to write the story. So outline was given to you and you have to frame the sentences accordingly using those words also. Okay. So like that you have to write. Analytical paragraph is similar to what we used to do in a story writing in a competition, like competitive, competitive writing, or you can say what passage, what kind of, essay you are writing, like that. So it is like similar to those things. When writing an analytical paragraph, one should remember to describe the facts in the best possible manner and to cover the information provided. Means we have to write in a descriptive format. We have to write it in a best possible manner. However, whatever information we know about that subject, we have to write and cover the information provided. Analytical paragraph has to be written around 100 to 120 words. So the paragraph must be clear and crisp language along with providing details of the chart given in the question. There will be internal choice given. Okay, means you have to write from two, either one. Okay, from the two you have to write either one. Okay, so now features. It is the describes the given chart. It should be brief and comprehensive. It should state facts. It is necessary to make simple language, use of simple language. It should mention figures and quantities correctly. Okay. It should mention the appropriate tense that we are using throughout the whole passage. Okay. No personal objective or response should be included. And it would be preferable to use what kind of verb? Passive kind of verb. Okay. So I hope we are clear with it, right? So I'll see you in the next lecture with the details of the analytical paragraph writing format. Okay. Till then, take care. Have a good day. Bye.